So we have the Torah scrolls here.
How come so many?
This one here. Yeah. This one here is the oldest. This is the one that was brought with them from Spain, and still being used here in this synagogue. It's all handmade. It's on animal skin, pretty much like the scrolls that we saw at the Shrine of the Book. Same principle, same language, same method of production. And
Avi.
Avi.
Oh, Arnie. No. Arnie.
California.
What?
California.
California.
Los Angeles.
Before?
Rani? Ani.
Avi.
Avi.
Oh, Avi.
Avi. Give you good price. $2.
No.
Hey, you know.
$1. $1.
$1.
I give you what?
You know, there is a.
Abraham.
No, there's a. When you show this, in the movie.
对对，应该是。
Hello, lady.
很少看到这种咖啡色的。就那个什么Doberman Pinscher is always this color. The black and brown.
Little dog.
This is Doberman Pinscher.
他讲他怎么 why how come there's no food 哈？Behave so
She has
good.
a good demeanor.
She's shy.
She's shy. Yeah, she's shy.
She's shy.
瘦的你看，
She's shy little baby.
真的是
Yeah.
太瘦。
She wants something to eat.
Yeah, I know.
Wants something to eat, huh? Well, we don't have anything.
Can I pay $2? Avi.
They were evacuated by the Syrians before the war. So when Israel captured it, there were only 4 Jewish villages that stayed there, and they still are there. The rest of the area was completely vacant, and Israel during the last 45 years brought in some 17 or 18,000 settlers who are living in farming, mostly farming communities on the Golan Heights. And so what's negotiated between the Syrians and the Israelis is what kind of security arrangement could be reached, what would be of the water, what would be of the territory, who would control it, all kinds of...
How was it up in Sfat? Beautiful weather, isn't it? Great weather. I think Ophir ordered it for you, this weather. Yeah, I have a special connection with the one upstairs. My name is Yefit. I'm a member in Kibbutz Gadot. And this settlement, Kibbutz Gadot, is one of 226 other kibbutzim in Israel. And this kibbutz was settled at 1949, 1 year after Israel establishment. And in the beginning, in the first years, the situation here was very, very bad. Actually, until 1967, we were under threat all the time because the Syrians was on the Golan Heights. In a moment, I'll show you the Golan Heights. And the people here suffered a lot from snipers that used to shoot at the people here, bombing and shooting all the time. How to be good farmers when we grew up. But before I'll continue with that, because I have a lot of stories about that, I'll tell you. On your left side, that is our chicken coops. We have now, it's Monday, came 100,000 chickens, right? They come small, cute, yellow, fluffy, you know, like in the children, cute, right? Now, they come, they weigh 38 grams. After 45 days where they live here and they have beautiful...
See people in operation here. After eating.
kibbutz by the Lebanese border that produces kind of shielding armor for armed cars, armed vehicles, and that they're making lots of money. But yesterday, it was announced that for the first time they developed like a suit. They're calling it wind breaker, like a jacket, and it's a system that is being put on tanks. You know that for 4 or 5 decades now there is this ongoing battle between missiles and tanks. And the first time that Israel was hit badly with missiles, anti-tank missiles, was in the 73 war. That found Israel completely unprepared for that. And it's an ongoing race where you add more and more and more armor on the tanks, and they're becoming more heavier and heavier, and huge monsters. And some 30-40 years ago, tanks were something like 30 tons. Now it's almost 70. And the missiles that are so much cheaper get more and more, and it becomes more and more sophisticated, right? It's like a race. The tanks started to develop an outer sort of armor, so the missile would be exploding on the outer part of the armor and not break through. So the missiles are now equipped with two-phase sort of. But yesterday or the day before, an Israeli system that was on one of these tanks, it's now completely sort of electronic system. It's a small radar that indicates the fact that the missile is coming towards it, and it explodes it in the air before it even gets to the tank. And this is like state-of-the-art system.
They've got that on those helicopters.
No, what they have on helicopters is something else. What they have, yeah, it's something altogether different. This is with beautiful views and landscape.
So what's the plateau from here to Damascus that you said?
So we're going to climb up on the hill here, and you're going to look to the east, and you see it's all a plateau from here to Damascus. Nothing really stopping you going there. And both in 67
Golan Heights
and in 73, in the 73 war ended with the reservists eventually reaching the front lines and tipping the balance of power altogether, and the war ended with Israeli crater and the beautiful harmonies to the left. This is just the southern part of it. On the bus, it's all trapped. Yeah, air bubbles are trapped in there because it cooled off up in the air in the eruption and ended here, so it's much lighter than what you expect. And this is how this hill is built, what this hill is built with. It's sort of marking the trail. And in the national parks and then also elsewhere, you're following these signs. You don't go off the track. This particular one, these are unique colors. This is like a loop trail of the Golan Heights. They have what they call, something they opened some 10 or 15 years ago. It's the Israeli Trail. It starts all the way at the north, at the Lebanese border, and it goes all the way down to Eilat. It's 900 kilometers, some 600 miles, because it's winding. It's not that